Hi Army! Welcome to a new reading. I got called to do a reading about how you can learn better. I know there are many of you who are teenage army and college army, okay? So for you, this reading is for you. Also for all the people on my channel who who have to learn something. This reading is also for you. And I want to ask Tarot how you learned in the past. Like, how was your strategy? What did you do? And how can you change this up to get better grades, okay? And to improve yourself. So, you see our 7 boys in front of you. Jimin, Cook. Yoongi, RM. Jin, Tangi, and Hobie. Okay? So, choose your bias or whatever picture you're drawn to, and then we will see your learning strategy and how to improve it. Okay? So that's all. See you at the pass, guys. So hi everyone. First off, we start with Gemini. And first I want to look at your strategy, like how did you learn? And I'm using the Starman Tarot because it's chaotic. I need chaotic energy because we need to see how you can improve. Jimin, how did they learn in the past? I want to take the first card because otherwise it's too... Okay. How did Gemini learn in the past? What does that mean? What does that mean? So guys, we have the moon here and then we have 2 people. One person is a fire sign. This is Sagittarius, Aries, or Leo energy. The other person is a Pentacle sign, so that's Earth energy, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. The Earth sign is an Ace. You see that here. This person is like a typical A student, you know, someone who's really good at learning. And either this person is your brother or your sister, you know, someone in your household that lives with you and that you take as an idol, you know, that is like, you look up to that person because they have straight A's. They are like, man, you know, and you're like that person, you struggle a lot with learning. It's like, the soon you learn it, you forget it. It's like you work really hard. That's what I'm seeing here. You work really hard and you're sitting there and you're working at night, especially. Like you love to learn in the evening, you know, when the moon is up, like when it's out, when outside it's dark, and you might be a Leo, Sagittarius, Aries personality, or you're very passionate. You're a very passionate person, you know. You're not like the one that's very strategic here, the A student. That's a very strategic person. You're more chaotic, you know. You're the artist. I would describe it. And you struggle a lot, and you learn and learn and learn, and it's like you never get it. It's like you learn and you know you learned, because the 8 of Pentacles here, that's like working really hard on your stuff. And you learn and learn and learn, but you don't. Next morning you wake up, it's all forgotten. It's like flowing somewhere, your whole... It's like flowing somewhere. All the wisdom. I think you're very interested in history when I see that here. You love history. You love everything that's mysterious. And it's like when you sleep, it's like going somewhere when you're sleeping. That's very interesting. And you're very interested in very paranormal stuff, stuff like that. You love mysteries, and when you study that, you never forget. But when you study everything else, you're like sleeping and it's gone. The moment you lay down sleeping, it's gone. You could even sleeping at daytime and it's gone. Okay, and you always have a hard time because you're comparing yourself with that A student. You're like saying, well, I work even harder than that person. Why am I struggling that much, you know? So this is your situation, Pal Jimin. Let's see how you can change that up. And I want to use, for the change, I want to use the Oracle of the Unicorns. So how can Pal Jimin change that up? How can they change it? Let's see if we get everything. How can Pal Jiminy change that? Okay. Oh, we have Temperance, guys. Okay. Okay, what I'm seeing, guys, is, well, the balance card came out twice. It came out in the reverse and it came out that you need to find the balance. So there is no balance in your learning. Some days you learn, the other days you're bored, you don't learn. It's like you don't have a strategy, you know? And the universe is saying you need to strategize it. It's like you have periods where you don't learn at all. And this is not good because then your knowledge is gone, you know, everything you learn, that's like what we saw, it goes away, you know. So you need to balance the times when you learn, and you need also the balance at the time when you learn. I think you're very much learning at night, but you also need to learn at daytime. It's like if you only learn at night and you go to sleep, and I don't know, but it feels like when you're sleeping, it goes somewhere. I don't know, but it feels like that your wisdom or everything what you're learning, the moment you lay down to rest, it's like gone. So you need to balance the timing, because I see a clock. You need to balance the timing of your learning. You need to learn at daytime and in evening. Like you need to have both. You need to repeat also, you know. It's the yin and the yang. You also need phases where you rest. Like during the day, like don't learn like, you know, the minute you like when they say we write a test tomorrow, you begin to learn. You need to learn before so that you can structure this. This needs a good structure, you know. That's all. And you're very afraid of like sometimes you don't want to learn at all. And you say, well, I'm sorry, I'm not sorry, you know. Sometimes I'm just tired of learning. I don't want it, especially now in the corona times when you guys have to repeat everything what you were missing, and you have to learn like double the stuff, you know. And then you're saying, well, I'm not sorry. I don't, it's not my fault, you know. It's Corona's fault. And you know, but inside of yourself there's this fear. There's this fear you're missing out on something when you don't learn. So your learning is always kind of connected to a fear. It's like the fear you're missing something that you learned, and then you stay up late at night and then you learn, and it's not structured, and then you lay down and then it's gone, you know. So you need to structure that first. You need to have rest during each day where you don't learn at all. And you have to begin very early, like 3-4 weeks before a test is. And you have to get rid of this fear of not learning properly, because there is no fear. What I also see with the prosperity card, that's very important. It says a gift of money is on its way. If I see that, and here is the air energy, that's about thoughts. You learn better if you have something you gain from learning. Like your parents should, they shouldn't give you money, but, and for you it's important to set goals. Like maybe you I don't know if you earn money, you can do that for yourself, that you say, well, let's say if I make it and let's take math. If I can make it until next week to learn for the math test, and then I'm done learning and I write a good grade, then I buy the CD from our boys, It's like you if there's something coming out of it, then you structure it better and you lose that fear and you learn better. Of course, everyone learns better if they have something like a gift, that's coming out of it. But you are a person that learns really good when there is a goal of a gift or something that you also give yourself. It doesn't have to be something with money. You can also say, well, if I make it and I make a good grade in math, then maybe, I go out with my friends, or I take a bath. I don't know. Something where you give a gift to yourself, so that you give something to yourself, and it makes for your brain, it's easier. For your brain, it's easier to learn. I don't know if you got it, what I was saying. Okay? So that's all what I'm having for my Pajimini. I hope it helped you a little bit. Okay? Bye, guys. So hi, Pie Cookie. Let's see your learning strategy. How did Pie Cookie usually learn? Okay, there we go. That was fast. We have these 6 of Cups. You love art. Pie Cookie is an artist. Can I see what is this learning strategy here about the old way of learning? Pie Cookie. So. Oh my gosh. You lost a lot of people, don't you? Like in your learning group, I don't know. Yeah. Well, what I'm seeing here is that you love to draw. Look at this. I mean, this is a card of you might be very interested in art and everything. This pile is like your surrounding where you learn. It's not, you don't feel cozy. I see here you guys started out as a team. You were a group, like a learning group. Maybe you are in college, and this is normal. I think I went to college a long time ago, but it was still normal to have these learning groups. So I think you were in a team, but then someone left the group, so you were 2. Maybe you started out as 3 people, someone left the group, you guys were 2. And then, you guys made plans and everything for your group, for the two of you that wanted to learn anything, but then your other person, that's a friend from your childhood. I think you know each other for a very long time. This person also left you, so now you are alone, and that freaks you out. This is not a nice learning surroundings, and that's why you're stuck. It's like you love to work in a team. You love to to have it cozy, to be with a team. Also, when you guys get along very good, that's a very good surrounding for yourself to learn. But it's like, you know, your whole team is coming down to you as the only person. And for you, it was like you always learned, and it was almost before completion, and then you gave up. Because, you know, for you, it was boring. You don't like to learn alone. You love to work in a team, you know. And that's why you don't feel good. Yeah, I see that. You didn't feel good. And then you also began to draw, and you sat down and you wanted to learn, I see language. You wanted to learn some, you know, a language, and then you got stuck again. And you always get stuck when you learn alone. Everyone says, well, you must have it really good because you can learn alone, you have all the quietness, and maybe you have a very good apartment when you're in college, or room where you can learn really good, you know. But it's not cozy for you because you like this teamwork, okay? So that's what I'm seeing. So let's see how you can change that up. Universe, how can Pal Cookie change that up, that learning? How can Pal Cookie learn better? How can Pal Cookie learn better? Okay, nature. Maybe learn in nature. Because I see you working indoors. And you're not alone, you're not going anywhere. Okay, I got it. What I see here is you're really fed up with learning alone. You don't like it, you know. You're like sitting, you're bored. You're looking at your mirror and you're saying, oh my gosh, you know. You get very bored easily when you learn alone. But it's like your group is not there anymore. And for right now, for the next finals or for whatever you need to learn, you have to be alone. It could also be that you have some kind of exam where you have to be alone and you have to work for that. And you are a group learner and you don't like to learn alone, you know, when you say, oh my gosh, save me, you know, this is not what I want. This is not what I want. I want out of this, you know, but the universe is saying, well, actually, you're fine. You just have to see it, you know, look at yourself. Isn't it funny how we could switch it around the pictures, and the universe is saying, well, look at yourself. You're fine. Keep going. Why are you stopping all the time? And why do you say, it's like more so you have a very good surrounding, and you could even learn and go outside if you can, you know. I know right now it's locked down in some countries still, but you can still go alone in nature, and maybe you have a garden, or sit outside, you know, sit in the beautiful sun. The universe is saying you have everything. You're provided with everything for learning. You don't need to stop because you get frozen in all the time. And the universe is saying, look at this. Keep going. You're doing fine. You know, keep going. And what it's saying, ground yourself. Find a sanctuary in nature. Connect with the elementals. Find a sanctuary in nature. For me, this means if you have a garden, just sit there, or just go with a blanket. Go into nature, take your books. I could really learn very good when I was in college, when, you know, I had a picnic or so with friends and we learned in nature, you know. So the universe is saying, well, you can do that too, you know. So I hope I could help you, Pal Cookie. Let's move on, guys. Bye. So next up we have Pal Yungi. So what is it that you're doing wrong, Pal Yungi, when learning for college or for university or for school? I want to take this one that came out first. So we have the Ace of Wands. Looks very good, right? Looks like you have it all in in shape. What's the Ace of Wands all about? Why is it bad? Because the Ace of Wands is usually a very good card. What's going on here? What's going on here? Why is the Ace of Wands here for the learning strategy? You could be, can you see that army? Yeah. You could be a pentacle sign, that's Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, you know. You could be a zodiac sign, an earth zodiac sign, and you want to be really good. You go straight for the A. You know, you're someone who's very striving. You're very striving. That's why as soon as you learn, you're very passionate about your learning, you just grab the stick. You see this? The one stick. And you're concentrating on one task. You're concentrating on very passionate. You learn for that very passionate. And if people come up and tell you other solutions for learning, you say, no, I just want to learn how I want it. And you work really hard for the best. You want, every time you're starting to learn, you want the best. Like, you don't go for a 2, or I don't know what the grades are in your country. You know, you are not satisfied with a B or a C. You just want to go for the A, you know. And you really grab it by the hand. You're really passionate about learning. And if people come up and want to tell you something about how you can learn better or something, or how can you do another strategy, you're saying, no, don't bother me. I'm doing it. I'm doing it the right way, you know. But in the end, it's like, yeah, at the end you fail. It's like you're really passionate and you don't understand. You go straight for the A. You have a plan. You learn, and every time you know, you go for the 10. You go for the A's. You learn crazy as fuck for one subject, and then every time you fail, and you don't even know why, because you're so really passionate. But I think you're too passionate. Can someone be too passionate? I think so. Yeah. You can be too passionate. It's like you're putting your energy on one thing, but too much. It's like to the point of exhaustion, you know, where you cannot sleep really at night because you are afraid to fail. It's like you're so passionate about learning, and you get these nightmares just in the evening before your test because you're so afraid to fail, and that's why you learn like crazy before. And that's why you fail, because you have this fear, and then you lose. You go with this fear into the exams, and yeah, actually, then this happens that you, not every time, but a lot of times you. So let's see the solution to this. You know, let's see the solution. Pile Jungi. How can Pile Jungi study better? How can Pile Jungi study better? We have this beautiful card here, Beloved. And you know, those cards are romance cards and everything, but I try to adapt them. let me see. So what I'm seeing here is that you're stressing yourself out very much, and yeah, that's like, you know, as I told you before, that like happens to you a lot of times, that you stress yourself more out than what you need to do. And the beloved card, it says prepare for your life partner. And who's your life partner? You know, in this case, it's you. You know, you are your life partner. You are always with you. So take care of yourself. Take care of your inner child. Don't treat yourself like this. This is what it's saying to me. You stress yourself out very much, and you always think you have not learned enough, and you're like learning so much and everything, but it's like you overdo it, okay? You overdo it, and that's why your system shuts down. Your system says, well, no, because you see this here? You overwork yourself with learning. It's like you have so much passion for what you need to do, and you get like so afraid the day before that it's like because you get so afraid, it's like, you know, that's what blocks you. And it's like you have to be patient. You have to be patient with yourself, you know. You have to be like, you know, also sit at the bus stop like our boys do here, and you know, just relax a little bit. That's what the universe is saying here. You also say bad words at yourself, you know. You tell yourself like in your mind, well, I'm not good enough, I can't make it. And this has to stop. That's why Junie has this bandage here in front of his mouth. It's like you have to be loving to yourself. That's the secret here, because you learn enough. You do enough, guys. You really do enough, but you have to be loving to yourself. That's the deal here. Maybe you never thought of that. You always thought, why do I fail? I learn and learn and learn. It's like because you have to be loving to yourself. It's like you get a blockage in. It's like your mind blocks because you're like stressing yourself out so much, and you don't talk in your mind good about yourself. You know what I mean? You always stress yourself out because of exams. Okay? So that's all what I'm having for my Let's look at Junie. Yeah, how does Junie prepares for exam and learning? We have the Empress. What is that Empress all about? Wow. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Well, you know what's funny? It's Junie's pile, and what I see here is that your strategy actually is really good. So look at this, it's two aces under each other. So you're like an A student, you're really learning very good. You love what you're doing. You actually like learning very much. And I also got, yeah, look at this. We got Junie. Here you love to read. I see here that you really love what you're doing, and well, if you miss something, you try to find a new way to actually, like if you miss a topic or so, you try to find, you make it good with another topic that you're very good, because you have two aces. I don't need to tell you what you're doing fine. We have the Empress here. The Empress is a very good card in tarot, and I also see here there's the birdcage. It's free, so you experience freedom in learning, in studying. I also see the fetus here, which reminds me of birth, growing. You hold the wisdom in your hand. So Junie, I really don't have to tell you anything. You're learning really good. You love what you're doing. There's nothing I can tell you, because the universe tells me that's fine. You're like a very good student. For whomever this is, the message, the universe is telling you your strategy is perfect. You don't need any advice because you're doing fine. It's like when you miss out on something, you're trying to find new ways and you make it up with other knowledge you have, and that's enough to get A's for you. You're very successful in learning. You're also a very good student. And it's funny that it's Pal-Juni. So I don't need to tell you anything, guys. Okay? Well, Pal-Juni, very well done. Wow. You might be even a tutor and help others because the Empress is teaching others also. You might be someone who works in, for whomever this message is, you might be a tutor to people also, okay? So let's keep moving on then. Next up we have Jin. Okay. How was Jin's learning strategies until now? How were they? How are Jin's learning strategy? There you go. We have the Queen of Cups. What is this all about, universe? What's this Queen of Cups energy in learning, studying? Can I have one more card? This is funny. Jin is also like a tutor. The Queen of Cups is a very loving personality. So you might be in a study group. You help others a lot with studying, okay? So you might be like in your class, someone who is very good, yeah, and you help others. You're very compassionate with other people, and I see here you're meditating, so you're very fine. You don't need to study a lot, I'm seeing. You don't need to study a lot. But your problem is you really want to help. You are a very compassionate personality. You really want to help. And the problem here is that you're trying to teach others, you know, you love to give your knowledge and your wisdom to other people. That's what I see. You share it. You share it to others. But the thing is, when you share your wisdom, people take it. They take it away. And that's what stresses you out. And that's why it's like in class, you're stressing out because other people take away your wisdom, and they tell the teacher it's theirs, and you get bad marks because of that. That's interesting. What the heck? It's like you're very compassionate. You're always helping other people. But they steal your ideas, and then in class, like if you go to school, this is like for a school army. Otherwise, this would make not sense. Because in college, and like if someone would steal your ideas, you would still have the knowledge, you know. You would write also good marks. Makes no sense. But in school, maybe you have good ideas and you're helping others by that. And then they pretend the ideas came from them. And so you are also left out. Because you are someone that helps people. I see that here. Maybe also because you give a lot of time away to other people for helping them, so that you forget to learn yourself. This could also be one scenario, that you help other people so much, you know, that you forget to learn yourself, and then you're stressed out because you say, oh my gosh, I forgot to learn, because you helped others so much, okay? So how can you solve that? That's very interesting. How can Jin solve their learning strategy? This wants to come out. I also think that you are, because the courage comes out, it says you are safe, fear is an illusion, set strong boundaries. I also think that many people take away your ideas and then they tell it's theirs and not yours, and maybe you are afraid to talk to the teacher and say, well, those ideas are mine, and maybe you get bad marks because then you have no other idea. I don't know how this is relating to our question, but there must be something where you back off because you're afraid of other people, and but you help them all the time. What is this courage all about? The Emperor, yeah. Yeah. You are very loving personality and you help others like crazy, but others never help you in return. It's like, and they steal your idea, and they I feel you are here alone. Sometimes you feel alone in class, and like you if you get in conflict with people because they steal your ideas, you back off. I see that here with the hermit. You just go in hermit mode. You say no, okay, then that's fine. They just stole my ideas again, and I won't tell anyone. But maybe you get bad marks because of that. That's what I'm seeing here. You get bad marks because others steal your ideas. And you need to be the emperor. Look how the emperor is sharpening his knife. I mean, it's wonderful that you help other people, but if they steal your ideas, I mean, you have to talk to someone, You have to tell the people no, or to your fellow students. Don't, Because if these are your ideas and your things, then, the teacher must know, because how should they know? How should they know? So, wow, yeah, you have to have courage to speak up. Because you're a very helping person, you help others to study, but you never speak up when you need help also. Like, there are a lot of subjects where you need help also, but no one is helping you, and you always help the others. You need to speak up. You need to go up to other people and also tell them, I'm alone on this road, and let's say in history. I don't know how to do that, but you never ask for help. It's like you're always the compassionate person that wants to help others, but you never ask when you need help, okay? This has to change, yeah? So that's what I'm having for my Pajin. Let's move on. Okay, Paiteangi. How is Paiteang's learning strategy? How is Paiteang's learning strategy of army? Oh, wow. What's this? So it looks like you don't like learning at all. What's this? Can you clarify what the Prince of Swords here is? Okay, let's see. So you could be a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. I see that here. You have a lot of arguing going on. You're stealing. What's this all about? Okay, I tell you what it is. This is funny. Well, it's actually not funny. I have to scold my Teangi army. Yeah, look at this. Your learning means death for you. Look at this. You're not very amused, You don't like learning at all. And for me, this Prince of Swords, look at this. What's this, a bomb? What the heck? What I see here is that you don't learn at all. It's like a ticking bomb, you're not doing what you're supposed to do. And, when you have exam, you just go, and there is some friend of yours who's a Cancer. That might be the Jin person. Because this person is helping others a lot, this Queen of Cups here, it's helping others. So you go to that person and, you let this person help you with learning, or I even think, because here it's the 5 of Wands, that's like fighting and like an inner conflict. And you have an inner conflict with learning. You don't like it at all. It's like the first thing you're doing is like, you don't do anything, you know. So you hope that someone is there in school when you write a test or so, where you can watch, you know, where you can look. I see it here in the cards. It's like you're spying on others during a test, you know. You should not do this, you know. It's like you're letting others help you, and you spy on a Cancer personality. Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Someone that sits next to you, you know. You're just spying on them. And then you're happy because they have everything together, this person. And you're just spying on them, and, you know, you just get your ideas from them. It's like you don't learn at all. But sometimes, you know, they don't show you. They cover everything so you don't see, and that makes you angry. And that's why you have a conflict with a person, because you tell them, well, why don't you show me, you know, in the test? I need to see that. And they say, no, because I have learned for myself. And that's what I'm seeing. They don't let you see the 10 of Pentacles oftentimes. So you have a conflict with that person also, and with yourself, because you don't like learning. So this is just for the pile that is supposed to see this, okay? There are many Taeyang army, and I think not all my Taeyangi fellow mutuals are not learning, you know. That this is a specific person that has to see this. You need to get your butt off, you know. But you're looking at others to get your test results. Man. So what you need to change, let's see. But because there's other person, you cannot see everything from them. That's why you write bad marks, because, you know, they don't let you see everything. How can Taeyang study in a better way? And this card, I want to take the first one that comes out, and it says Rebirth. So reinvent yourself, and we know what that means. Show me that rebirth. We know what that means for sure. So make yourself free of always depending on others. You know? Yeah, look at this. It's like you're spying on others. Look how the Queen of... It's even Taeyangi. It's like you're spying on others. Come on. Can I see it? What she's writing? Oh, yeah, okay. But then you always depend on this person, you know? If this person next to you or another one hasn't learned, then what's up? And you experienced this in the past, that you could not always look at other people's results to spy on them, you know? And the universe is saying, because this is what you're saying to others, you know, save me, I have not learned, I didn't study. And, you know, and the universe is saying, well, study for yourself, reinvent yourself, really get your butt and sit down and learn, because you're really good. You know everything. You are a good student, but I think you don't have a good relationship with learning. Like, you don't like it that much, you know. But you need to reinvent yourself. Then you also write better marks, because then the universe sees that you're actually doing something for it, you know. Free yourself from depending on other people, because you never know if they know everything, you know. Okay? So that's all what I'm having for my pal Taeyangi. Let's move on. Last one up is Hobie. Bye, guys. Okay, how is Hobie learning? How is Hobie Army learning until now? Okay, we have the King of Cups. That looks also like chaos. What's this? Very interesting. Show me how Pile Hobie's learning style. Okay. So you might be a fire sign or a water sign. Fire signs are Leo, Sagittarius, Aries. Water signs are Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Okay. It's like you doubt your abilities. It's like you look at the A's and you really want to reach it. You know, you're very passionate about getting an A and study hard. And you know this is related to studying very hard. We see here more A's. So you're trying to manifest this studying. But what you see here is this person is also looking at you can never make it. So I think it's like you're really studying hard, but you still have in mind, oh, I'm never going to make it. This is like a psychological thing in your mind and in your feelings that you know, looks like he's not very happy. Look at this. The King of Cups has his shit together. He has all his emotions in place, but it's like you don't have this. It's like you wish you had this, and you still see this car. It looks like this car is like very old and rusty and, you know, broken down. That's what you think of yourself. Actually, you evolved a lot in the last years, and you learned to study very hard, but you still have this belief system that you are not worthy of writing straight A's. That's what I'm seeing here. And if you still keep this belief system, you will never reach this A, because, you know, you tell your mind, no, I'm not worth it. I can't do this. I will never get an A. Things like that. It's because in the past you get bad marks and you still have this belief system from the past. So with your mind, there has to be a change in mindset. Like, you know, we have Hobie here. So you must believe in yourself more and be happy about this. How can you achieve this? It's like becoming more self-confident in what you can do, because I see that you study very hard. How can Hobie change that? Yeah, intuition and deep knowing. Listen to the whispers of your heart. Use divination tools to help you decide. Trust your intuition no matter what. It's you're not trusting your feelings. It's like you're more in your head. We've seen that with the King of Cups. Yeah, you're still holding on to that old belief system that you are not good enough. Yeah. You have to sleep on that and change that, you know. You have to put these thoughts to sleep. You see that? That's very, very easy here, the answer. It's like you need to change that belief system that you still think you're not worthy. You have to put those thoughts to sleep, because you know, you can trust your intuition. I saw that you work very hard. I just saw it in the cards, guys. Okay, Hobie? So, trust yourself a little bit more. The King of Cups, you have this energy inside of yourself. This is trusting your feelings, trusting your intuition. But it's your mind, because in the past you were like this. And your mind is always nagging it. You need to put your mind to rest. The Four of Swords is let your mind sleep, you know. You see how cute baby's sleeping here? Put your mind to sleep, okay? You can do it. So that's all what I'm having for this fun reading. I hope you like it, guys. This was something different, an approach to a reading I've never tried before, and I hope it worked a little bit. But usually, you know, you cannot read these things. And well, you could read it as I did right now in the cards, but it's very hard because the cards are always for love and things like that, okay? But I tried my best and I hope you liked it. And I say bye.